An announcement in the manifesto released yesterday. The announcement or commitment to implement uniform civil code in this country will go a long way to ensure gender justice and also to ensure equal rights to the Muslim women. This was long overdue. Karnataka BJP has made a very bold commitments, and I am sure that this manifesto and commitment of BJP Karnataka will usher a nationwide demand for implementation of uniform civil code across the country. I'd like to compliment Karnataka BJP for this historic announcement. As we all know, a nationwide NRC is a need of power. Even after 75th year of independence, when country has celebrated Amrit Mahotsav and we are moving towards Amrit Kal, till today India doesn't have a national register of citizenship. We don't know who is our citizen, and we also know that Aadhaar actually is not indication of a citizenship. So country's resources are going to the citizen or to the non-citizen, we never know. So the announcement of Karnataka BJP to have National Register of Citizenship is a historic announcement again, and I would like to welcome this, and I feel that again this announcement will usher a nationwide call for a national NRC which is being discussed in various forums, but it has not been concretized. Now the manifesto of Karnataka BJP has triggered citizenship. It is a historic announcement again, and I would like to welcome this, and I feel that again this announcement will usher a nationwide call for a national NRC which is being discussed in various forums, but it has not been concretized. Now the manifesto of Karnataka BJP has triggered a nationwide discussion, and I am sure that this will go a long way. The decision of Karnataka BJP government for abolition of 4% reservation for Muslim community is also very historic. As you know, that Baba Saheb Ambedkar has framed the Constitution of India as chairman of the drafting committee. He was all along against religious reservation of the Constitution. We all know that what kind of behavior, what kind of political courtesy was shown to Ambedkarji when he was allied by the Congress party. But if we keep that aside, Congress has tried to kill the basic structure of the reservation and core philosophy of the Indian Constitution by giving 4% reservation to the Muslim community. Today, the decision of Bombay government to abolish 4% Muslim reservation and distribute it among the OBC community has also signaled a very positive way to the entire nation. After that decision, no government will even dare to have reservation on religious line. There are various other announcements which are specific to the Karnataka rebranding and revitalizing and making Nandini a world brand is a very welcome step. I would like to say 2 or 3 things that Prime Minister Modi is all along working to fulfill the aspiration of the regional language and the people of different states. I am visiting Karnataka for last 2 months in I think I visited various nook and corner of Karnataka in last 2 months. When I arrived here, I have seen the big statue of Kempegowda. I tried to learn about him. First time, people told me that how he was a very, very important son, a patriotic son of this country. Then, when in my intensive discussion in Karnataka, I have learned many things about the Basaveshwara, his contribution to the entire humanity. Then when I went to Belgaum, I learned about Rani Cinema. But in Assam, I never heard these philosophies in depth. Only name we heard in Assam from Karnataka as a historical figure, that was only Tipu Sultan. In our textbook, the mention of Tipu Sultan is there, but there was no mention of Kempegowda. There is no mention of Basaveshwara. There is no mention of Rani Cinema. So this kind of thing Congress has done, they have done great injustice to the Karnataka, and I am sure that people of Karnataka has not knew about the contribution of Lasit Borphukan, about the contribution of Srimanta Mahapurush Srimanta Shankardev, because Congress during the 75 years of their journey, most of the time they were in ruling, under the influence of left, they only inform us who is Tipu Sultan, who is Aurangzeb, who is Babur. So every side of this country knows who is Babur. Every side of this country knows who is Aurangzeb. Every side of this country knows, good or bad, who is Tipu Sultan. But this country doesn't know who is Kempegowda beyond the South India maybe, because textbook has not discussed the contribution of such legendary figure. Textbook had not discussed the huge contribution of Basaveshwara to the humanity. Textbook has not discussed the bravery of Rani Cinema. But they have discussed kind of, I will say, kind of people who can kill their own father, who can kill their own brother. Textbook has discussed about Aurangzeb, Shahjahan. Textbook has discussed about Babur. So there is so many historical things to be corrected. And Prime Minister is doing the same thing. He is trying to bring the regional heroes of one state to the world map. Because they are not regional heroes, they are the world hero. So he is reinventing India the way India should have been reinvented at the time of independence. So today, Congress party is saying they will ban Bajrang Dal. But why they have not banned PFI? Why Siddaramaiah government has released 157 PFI workers? Why he has withdrawn case against PFI? Why you are doing alliance in Kerala with the Muslim League? So today the Congress manifesto, what has been released, looks like a manifesto of Muslim League government, of a probable Muslim League government. It doesn't look like a manifesto of a secular party. So I would like to request the people of Karnataka, please vote for Narendra Modi, please vote for BJP, please vote for India. Please vote for a Karnataka who can be the #1 state of India. Today, whenever I go, people of Congress, they are saying 40%, 40%. I could not understand what is 40%. Bofo's kickback was more than 40%. When you allow Kotorosi to leave this country, the billing must be more than 40%. It cannot be confined to 40%. And when I analyze the affidavit of Congress leader, I have seen that annual turnover or annual income of Bomaiji has not increased. The increase is with the account of D.K. Shiv Kumar. So, what is this 40%? I don't know. But I know that Rajiv Gandhi has said that when I spend money to the village, only 10% reach to the ordinary citizen. 90% doesn't reach. So where those 90% goes? That point of time, Chief Minister were from Congress party, Panchayat people were from Congress party, everybody was from Congress party, BJP was not in picture. So Rajiv Gandhi officially declared Congress as a party with 90% commission. He is on record saying that Congress used to have 90% in their dealing. So that is in the official statement of a former Prime Minister of this country who happens to be the father of Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi. Today, Rahul Gandhi is saying, I am giving guarantee. Baba, who are you to giving guarantee? Are you an MP of this country? Are you even a member of parliament of this country? Do you have guarantee of your own? Do you say that whether you will be in India tomorrow or you next day will go to abroad? Can you say where you will be in, today you will be in Amethi, next day you will be in Kerala. So what is your guarantee of your own? That guy who doesn't even guarantee about his own life, who cannot give a guarantee about himself, now he is giving guarantee to the great people of Karnataka. Karnataka doesn't need guarantee. Karnataka become #1 state of India not because of the guarantee given by the Congress party. Karnataka become #1 of the nation because of the hard work of ordinary citizen of Karnataka. It was not because of guarantee. By wording guarantee, they can say commitment, they can say solemn assurance. By every time using the word guarantee, they are defaming the great people of Karnataka. If you have a guarantee, then you could have transformed Amethi. If you could have given guarantee, you could have transformed Allahabad, your family place. People would not wait for BJP. So if you could have given guarantee, then guarantee would have restored normalcy in Jammu Kashmir long back. If you could have given guarantee, then Ram Janambhoomi Babri Masjid would have solved long back. So do not use the word guarantee, because we are dealing with the great people of Karnataka who built IT for the country alone, who built biotechnology for this country alone. So if you are addressing the great people of Karnataka, you use the word that these are my humble commitments. The word should be like that. Do not behave like that you are son and daughter of some king. Now you are not even ordinary MP. That point should be in your mind. So this is what I want to share with you. I came here personally when I have seen the word like UCC, NRC, it works like a magic in my mind. I am so much happy hearing these points in the Karnataka BJP's manifesto. I'd like to congratulate again the Bharatiya Janata Party for this bold initiative. Thank you.
Sir, as you mentioned, about Congress party, mentioning about PFI and manifesto, they also say that action will be taken against organizations as PFI and Bajrangal for promoting MT and hate among the communities. You also state that the Congress manifesto is more like a Muslim manifesto, but they say that BJP has only been giving free peace and with these promises. So what do you have to say on the
You see, PFI is already banned. And what is the history of the Karnataka? That Siddaramaiah government has released PFIs, detained. They have withdrawn the cases from PFI. So PFI ban is already done, already confirmed. So what essentially says that government is going to ban Bajrangal. That means that BJP is banning PFI, so to appease Muslim, will ban Bajrangal. That is why I said it is a Muslim agenda. They are basically what PFI cannot say, to Today Congress party is saying that we will take revenge. PSI doesn't have a guts to say that we will take revenge because they know what we are going to do them. So in absence of PFI, today Siddaramaiah and DK Shiv Kumar is telling that look, don't worry, I am here to take revenge on the BJP. So basically the word banning Bajrang Dal has come on behest of PFI because of the request made by PFI. Ki please take revenge of our banning. So this is an absolute manifesto propagated by PFI, prepared at the behest of the PFI sympathizer, prepared on behest of the ecosystem of the PFI. Because you see, PFI is already banned. So what is the meaning of saying we will ban PFI? Essentially they say that we are going to ban Bajrang Dal. And why you are banning Bajrang Dal? What is the criminal charge against them? What is the bomb blast? Where they have done bomb blast? Where they have done rioting? There is nothing that in Karnataka BJP is doing. So they are just trying to play the ball on behalf of PFI. Ki dekho, aapko that BJP has banned you. So don't worry, we'll take the revenge and we'll ban Bajrang Dal. So today, unfortunately, Congress manifesto looks like the manifesto of PFI, manifesto of fundamentalist Muslim people, organization.
Sir, any more points to add a Karnataka manifesto as you are one of the popular CM?
I think Karnataka manifesto is very, very solid. Now it is question of implementing. I want that we must get 150 plus seats with the blessings of people of Karnataka so that this manifesto can be implemented right away from day one. Who? Congress doesn't have government, so they can announce anything because they know they are not going to power. You see, sir, I am in Congress for 22 years. First of all, please discount whatever Mr. Siddaramaiah is saying. He is not a leader of Congress party as on today. Because every time what DK Shiv Kumar is saying, that Siddaramaiah fought election, we fought under his leadership, he lost. That is why Congress party has appointed me as a president of Karnataka. So I do not want to give much mileage to what Mr. Siddaramaiah is saying because anyway he will go retirement after this election. The issue is what Congress is saying, they are announcing freebie. But they announced the same freebie in Himachal Pradesh that we will give every woman 1500 rupees per month. But have they announced? I think Karnataka is one of the leading states in IT. We all know how to use Google. Just announce, do a Google. Himachal CM has said, I don't have money to give this. But this is the same guarantee Rahul Gandhi has given to the people of Himachal Pradesh. So, they cannot calculate. Prime Minister is Narendra Modi. Government in Delhi is BJP. Only double engine government can calculate and give the kind of assurance which we want to give. Congress is in margin. Congress will not form government anyway. So they are saying, speaking whatever they want to say. देखिए उसमें बहुत बड़ा बाधा था कि हमें जब एनआरसी इंप्लीमेंट किया सीए नहीं था उसमें. So we implement the NRC without the correspondent legislation of CA. That is why we got result, but we did not got result to our expectation. Also because that NRC was a specific to Assam, it was a state NRC. So national database was not there. If somebody said that we came from Bengal, Assam government did not have any mechanism to see that actually the person has their legacy in Bengal or not, because it was not a national operation. It was an operation limited to Assam. So based on Assam experience, I think a nationwide NRC can now be prepared. Assam government is already committed to NRC. Now Karnataka is saying tomorrow all other states will speak for NRC, and that will pave the way for a national NRC. So, and to NRC, implement the NRC, you need an enabling legislation on CA, which we have already passed. But during Assam NRC, CA was not there.